Hello everyone, and it is time for another product review. Now I saw this at Walmart, Silk Next Milk. Plant-based has never tasted so good, 2%. As you can see, the packaging is reminiscent of a cow with the black and white spots. And of course it's dairy-free, it says good source of calcium and a source of vitamin D. And of course I had to pick it up. So this was a little bit more than the other milks, and they're like oat milk and almond milk. And from what I could see, it's a mix of milks. So it's got an oat base, which is gluten-free, a coconut base as well, chicory root inulin, cane sugar, soy protein isolate. Okay, interesting. So it's got some soy in there, sunflower oil, vitamins and minerals. And so it does contain soy. Interesting, it doesn't say it contains oats. I mean, I don't know if anyone's allergic, but people can be allergic even to coconuts. So for every cup you get 80 calories, 5 grams of fat, 4 grams of saturated fat, 0 trans fat, 7 grams of carbohydrates, 3 grams of fiber, 3 grams of sugar, 1 gram of protein, no cholesterol, 160 milligrams of sodium, 200 milligrams of potassium, 0.3 milligrams of iron, 100 UG of vitamin A, 2 UG of vitamin D, 0.4 milligrams of riboflavin, 1 UG of B12, which is 42% of your daily required consumption, and 1 milligram of zinc. Let's just take a closer look, guys, here if you want to. Okay, so I am very, very curious to try this. It says here, our unique blend of plants is so tasty and creamy, 3 grams of sugar, and it says here you can have it with cookies, of course, cereal, coffee and tea, and for baking and cooking. Use Next Milk everywhere like milk. Okay, guys. I guess I'm gonna, let me get a glass so we can just see the color of this milk. And when I say glass, I mean a clear glass. So I love that there's always new innovations. I'm gonna taste this, and I'm also gonna foam it and see. Okay, so this looks like a white milk, kind of really reminiscent of dairy. Let me taste. Okay. This is really good. I think this is going to be the milk for people who want dairy. Now, it's been a long time since I've had dairy, but this combination, you almost have like the slightest hint of the oats. And if you remember, dairy has a sweetness to it. It's that lactose in there. But the coconut balances it out, and this is almost more of that kind of a plain milk. I would really say, from memory, this is going to taste a bit more like dairy milk compared to the almond milk. I love oat milk. Oat milk tastes great. I love soy as well, depends on the brand. But this is kind of a bit more neutralist with that hint of sweetness. So this is more like a competitor for dairy. Traditional dairy, as far as I'm concerned. It's really good. Okay, I'm going to, did I say it was $5? It was a little bit more, like 70 cents more than the other ones. Okay guys, gonna foam. So I also tried this milk with some cereal, and it's a really great milk. Basically, like I said, it's sort of fairly neutral tasting, so not, really I don't taste any coconut. Just a slight bit of sweetness. It's really good. But now, let's see how it foams. Just gonna give it a shake. And I'm going to put it into my Vava frother here. Now, I know that if you have, like, what do you call that other, let's just call it a real frother where you steam your milk. You can get some of these non-dairy milks to foam a little bit better. But for most people, if you've invested in a frother like this, you hope that you can put your milk in here, turn it on, and it's going to work. So I'm hoping that the Silk milk will do well in this regard. All right, let's see. Okay, I am seeing some foam. And I'm going to put this into my Nespresso cup and then brew my coffee on top. So it doesn't look like the thickest foam. Silk does have a really great foam with their oat milk creamer. But let's see how this holds up. Okay, so I'm just going to take the foam. It's still holding up okay, but not the thickest. And I'm gonna, there goes the milk, and the froth is coming here now. I have my, I'll just, you see there's more in here. I'm gonna scoop out the rest. Okay, so I have it in the glass, and then basically I'm gonna put my glass under the coffee maker and let the coffee brew on here. I hear that's how you're supposed to make an official macchiato, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so here is the Nespresso. You can see the milk. I don't know if you see that well. The milk is at the bottom, the coffee, then the foam. So I like that the foam has held up, and I'm going to give this a little spin. And since this milk has no flavor, it's not sweet is what I mean, I should add my shot of caramel to this. So I'm just going to add a couple. Ultimately, the test here is, does it foam? So unlike, remember Not Milk, which I tried, and some of you may like it, it does, you can almost taste a little bit of pineapple in the Not Milk, but it was also a pretty good non-dairy alternative with a sort of neutral taste. And that did not foam in my frother. Apparently it does, well, steam foaming, that's what they say, but I like that this foams in my Vava frother. So let me just go ahead and take a sip. And it's good. Now this is strong coffee, so probably I would add a little bit more milk. Now again, this is more of a milk versus a cream. I find I'm loving the Starbucks caramel macchiato creamer. You know, you froth that up, you get a little bit more of the thickness, but that's fine. It's all to your liking. Does it foam? It does. Does it taste good? It does. So guess what, Silk? Thank you. It's another hit from Silk. And I'm impressed. And let me know, guys, if you've tried this and what your thoughts are, or if you will try it. But I definitely recommend giving it a try. My daughter agrees with me that this is more like traditional dairy, but she said she actually prefers oat milk. She likes that oat milk is creamier and a little thicker and has its own really nice flavor. There are so many non-dairy milks out there that you don't need this, but if you are the type of person who is coming off of dairy, just recently, and you really want something more like dairy, this is definitely the one for you to try. And I added just a little bit more milk to this, and yeah, so now I have that little creamier consistency. It just depends how strong you like your coffee or not, really, so it's up to you. But a little bit more milk, splash more, just made this just exactly how I like it. So great job, Silk. See you guys in the next video.